Hey, what's up, world? I gotta say, I know I'm a day late on this. I just wasn't able to get to it sooner, but I thought that this really had to be mentioned. It's a today's July 14th. Yesterday started this. I mean, it's a sad day in the DMV area, in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. Me being from Northern Virginia. And a sad day in football as well. Uh, the Redskins decided to go ahead and change their name. It's not something that I really agree with. I kind of understand what's going on. They were really pressured by some other companies, some of the sponsors. So it was a financial move. I get that. But as being a native, a person native to the DMV area, it saddens me because Washington Redskins. I am a Redskin fan. I always have been. I always will be. And I bleed burgundy and gold. Being that maybe they don't change their colors, that'll at least be a little bit of a plus. But I don't agree with the name change. If it makes people happier, cool. Eventually, whatever, we'll get over it and move on, and learn to deal with the new name and learn to embrace it. But yeah, it's let's go over some of these names. So they think that it's potentially the Redwolves. Redwolves, whatever. Not a huge fan of that name. Redtails, Redhawks. The Warriors, I kind of like the Warriors just because it kind of still goes back to it. Hogs makes a little sense because they were the Hogs, um, in their 80s, in the 80s. I haven't heard any mention of maybe just dropping the red part and calling the name the Skins. Calling the team the Skins. Um, you know, Never have I ever, been under the impression that the name Redskins was a derogatory term. Like we didn't use it in a derogatory sense, is what I'm saying. Maybe some people looked at it as a derogatory term, but I don't think we ever used it in that way. Really, I think that anytime anybody talks about the Redskins, it's really referring to the team. They're not referring to a person as a Redskin. I mean that those if there was a time where people really did, in a derogatory sense, use that word like that, that far from gone. I mean, and this is my personal opinion. There are people that might think differently, and I respect everybody's opinion. Don't get me wrong. But me, personally, and maybe it's because I grew up in this area. Maybe there's a little bit of bias there, but I've never heard the term in a derogatory sense throughout my childhood, throughout my adult life. Never heard somebody using it aside from referring to the team. Now, of course, I'm not oblivious to the fact as to why it would be derogatory. What would be like a red-skinned person, right? But really, it's only been used to refer to the team. So I assume now, the Cleveland Indians are going to have to change their name. I'm guessing. Maybe they don't. Maybe they hold a stance. The Braves, if they consider that derogatory, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's. I just don't agree with it. It looks like so far what they're thinking is Red Wolves is like in the lead. Red Tails, um, Redhawks. I think Redhawks maybe sounds pretty cool. Um, but me personally, I think that they should name the team just the Skins. Um, Dixie Chicks dropped the Dixie and just called themselves the Chicks now, right? So, as if that's not a derogatory term towards females. Don't understand it. Um, I don't understand how they can call themselves the Chicks and that's okay. Um, but if they could just drop what is considered controversial, and keep the rest of their name, why can't the Redskins just be called the Skins, the Washington Skins? Everybody calls them the Skins as it is already, so they're known, as the Skins. So I say, let's call them the Skins. Chances are I'll probably continue calling them the Redskins for years to come. But whatever the name change is, I will try to, embrace it and back my team no matter what. So, anyways, guys, I mean, give it a like, subscribe if you like, whatever I'm talking about here. This is really just a channel for me to kind of talk about anything I want and show you guys anything. So, if there is something, let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, whatever. Or let's see if we can maybe get a movement started where we can get, the team being called the Skins now. If you guys know the people we could potentially get in touch with to see if we can get that name out there, let's make it happen. I'm all for it because, that's my team. I don't know if you guys are Redskin fans. Go ahead and, like this video. If you don't want the team name to change, like the video. If you guys like, any of this content, subscribe, and I'll try to bring you guys more stuff. I know I'm somewhat monotone today, but everybody else in the house is sleeping, so I didn't want to be too loud. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and stick around and see what, Mundo's up to next.